and I tried going to other cities, and I was like, I'm like, oh shit, like every city almost has its own vibe. I feel I'm from Brantford, Hamilton is kind of like a bigger Brantford, but like Toronto is a whole different vibe from Hamilton, Brantford. London is a whole different vibe from like
Oh yeah,
just the people of how people interact with people, like even the artists, like the style, like you know how like from like New York to LA, like
yeah,
the style of like all these different areas have their different style, and it's kind of like and it's not just the style, it's the type of people too. Like it's like so like you should live and learn from like going to so many different places, and like you're like, oh shit, like shit's this is this way over here. You know,
yeah.
it's almost like alternate universes. You know.
Well, even as like an artist, depending where we're touring, like even when I'm in Canada, oh my, yo, what up, Marissa? What's up, Sam? I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's my homegirls,
Yeah.
they're the best, you know.
Yeah.
Long Island, what up? But yeah, nah, like I feel like even touring, bro, when like I'm in Canada and like we're touring certain spots, like you know, I've
Yeah.
been in Hamilton, I've been to London and stuff, and the set list that I even do for like Southern Ontario, sometimes I might switch up a little different for Northern Ontario, you know, and that's not
Yeah.
even considering them when I hit the Saskatchewan and Alberta area, you know, like
Yeah.
I agree with you, and you can see like the different culture change. Like sometimes one concept might be more relatable and more of an upbeat for a certain city, but not. But if you go to another part, they might not relate to what you're talking about. So you got to change that song with something else. So yeah, man, the cultures is really a lot. Even within just New York itself, bro, has so many different like cultures depending on where parts you live in and stuff like that. That it's the same thing. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're a huge melting pot. You know,
Yeah.
and
For sure.
at the same time, if you go like upstate New York, the culture upstate New York is so different from the five boroughs. The
Yeah.
five boroughs is different from when you get into Long Island, you got Nassau County. Then when you get into Suffolk, the vibe from Suffolk is different from Nassau, but we're still Long Island, you know? So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely it's just cool. Like it's like being and also like let's say you're somewhere for the weekend, and you come back to your city, and you're like you might pick up a slang, and you know what, I'm I'm one for slang, and kind of pushing cool slang. So like sometimes when I go to a different city, and I hear something, I'm like, yo, that was kind of dope. Like I'm like, I'll bring it back and start saying it around here, you know?
Well,
Um,
I learned the slang of yours. Yo, you want to talk about slangs? You'll laugh. I learned the slang of yours in Toronto, right?
yeah,
And I found out one of your biggest insults, and I did not know. And you're gonna laugh because in the States it's really not that much of an insult. And there was this dude outside of a venue in Toronto. I think it was the Chris Rivers store, right?
yeah.
And I never knew what goof meant in Canada.
Oh yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But the thing is, in the States, like, yo, this guy's the class clown, he's a goofball. You know, like that to
yeah,
us it's like, all right, yeah, I'm a goofball, I'm funny, thank you, you know? I didn't realize what it meant to in Toronto,
oh
and
yeah,
this was hilarious. And it was like my third time ever in Canada. It was like my first
yeah,
time in Toronto, you know? And they knew I wasn't from there, so they were cool about it. And dude had me dying. I don't remember what he was saying, but I was
yeah.
cracking up. And I was like, yo, this dude's a goofball. And yo, the energy changed. Everyone went from
Oh,
like
quick,
laughing
yeah,
at fun to, whoa. And I looked over my shoulder. I thought something happened like down the block or something because I didn't think I
yeah,
said anything wrong,
yeah,
you know? Yeah, and I learned, bro. They were like, nah, over here, that's a whole different meaning than in New York. And I was like, wow.
yeah. For sure, yeah. Up here, like that's a serious thing, you know.
Yeah.